Hello children, hope you all are fine by the grace of God. Students, I need your cooperation to smoothly undergo this online session. So keep your English books, notebooks, pens and pencils with you. Children, this is your English book number 1. Here you will get 2 chapters. Chapter 1, I would like to be, and Chapter 2, Samira's awful lunch. Today we are going to start with our first chapter, I would like to be. So, children, open your book 1, page number 2, chapter number 1. I would like to be is a beautiful poem written by the poet C.J. Dennis. So students, first of all, you underline the difficult words in your books with your pencils and write down the meanings of those words given in your books with your pens in your notebooks. So, I would like to be. The title itself says or represents about our future dreams, isn't it? I would like to be means what do I like to become or what would I like to be in future. Okay? Okay. First of all, let's read the first paragraph, which is about the pieman. The pieman. I would like to be a pieman and ring a little bell, calling out hot pies to sell. Apple pies and meat pies, cherry pies as well. Lots and lots of pies, more than you can tell. Big rich plum pies, oh the lovely smell. But I wouldn't be a pieman if I wasn't very well, would you? So you see, I think most of you have got a new word this time, which is pie. Okay, pie is a baked dish stuffed with fruits, meat or vegetables. It is very delicious to taste and it tastes more well or more delicious when it is served hot. So, here the poet, first of all, he says about the pieman because he is thinking of becoming a pieman. Now, let's know how does a pieman work. I would like to be a pieman and ring a little bell, calling out hot pies to sell. So, the poet would like to be a pieman and he would also like to ring a little bell. Why is the bell used? The bell is being carried by the pieman while he keeps on selling his pies. Just as cycles has bells and while a cycle passes by, the person who rides the cycle, he keeps on ringing the bell for alerting people. Same is the case with pieman. When a pieman also passes through a path for selling pies, he also rings the little bell which he carries to gather the attention of people. Why? So that when the people, they will be able to hear the bells ringing, then they will come out and they will buy some hot and delicious pies from the pieman and have them. So, what kind of pies does he sell? He sells apple pies and meat pies, cherry pies as well, lots and lots of pies, more than you can tell. Okay, so the pies are not only hot and tasty, but there are different varieties of pies like apple pies, meat pies, cherry pies, and lots of other varieties of pies. And I have already told you the meaning of pies, that it is a baked dish which can be stuffed with either fruits or meat or vegetables. So the varieties of pies are also many. Next, big rich plum pies. Oh, the lovely smell. He also sells some plum pies which are very big and rich in taste. That means the pieman not only sells apple pies, meat pies and cherry pies, but he also sells some plum pies which are bigger in size and more tasty. And it is more tasty because of the lovely smell which it possesses. It is very relishing. But you know what? At last, what does the poet say? But I wouldn't be a pieman if I wasn't very well, would you? Oh, so at last he says that he would not be a pieman if he isn't very well. That means if only he is well, if only he is healthy, fit and fine and active, then only he would like to become a pieman. Just like this pieman who is selling the hot and delicious pies by ringing a little bell which he possesses. So, this is about the pieman. Next, let us know something about the postman. I think most of you nicely know about a postman, isn't it? Okay, let's find out what does the poet want to say. The postman. I would like to be a postman and walk along the street calling out, "Good morning, sir," to gentlemen I meet, ringing every doorbell all along my beat, in my cap and uniform so very nice and neat. Perhaps I would have a parasol in case of rain or heat, but I wouldn't be a postman if the walking hurt my feet, would you? Okay. So students, in this picture, you can easily see the picture of a postman. How does a postman look? He looks exactly the same way as it is displayed in the picture. Like he wears a uniform which is a bit brownish in color. He wears a cap. He has a bag which is full of letters, isn't it? And what does he do? He walks door to door. He keeps on ringing all the doorbells of all the houses, whoever needs to receive any letter, and he rings the bell, and the owner of the house, they come out and the postman delivers the letters. So, you see, I would like to be a postman and walk along the street calling out, "Good morning, sir," to gentlemen I meet. So, the poet also loves or wants to be a postman, and he would also walk along the street just like that of the postman, and he would be calling out to all the gentlemen he would meet and greet them by saying a very good morning. Next, what he would do? Ringing every doorbell all along my beat, in my cap and uniform so very nice and neat. Okay. Next, he would ring every doorbell, whoever's house he needs to deliver the letters. And what will he wear? He will wear his cap and his uniform, which is compulsory for him to wear while on his duty. Perhaps I would have a parasol in case of rain or heat, but I wouldn't be a postman if the walking hurt my feet, would you? Okay. Sometimes he would also carry a parasol, and parasol is nothing but a light umbrella. And why do we use umbrella? To protect ourselves from the scorching heat of the sun and also rain during rainy season. Sometimes he would also carry parasol in case of rain or heat. But one thing, he would not be a postman if the walking hurt his feet, would you? Okay, that means he would not be a postman if while delivering his letters his feet start hurting, then he would not be a postman. So you see students, first of all, the poet dreams of becoming a pieman. Next, the poet imagines of becoming a postman. But he has some conditions. And what are the conditions? If he would become a pieman, then he would be required to stay fit and healthy. If he is unwell, then he would not become a pieman. And if he would love to be a postman, then he would only be a postman if while delivering the letters he will have to walk, and if his legs do not hurt, then only he would be a postman. But if the walking start hurting his feet, then he would not be a postman. Okay, so next let us find out what does the poet again wants to become. The potter. I would like to be a potter and always on the run, calling out, stand aside and asking leave of none, shoving trucks on people's toes and having splendid fun, slamming all the carriage doors and locking everyone. And when they ask to be let in, I would say, it can't be done. But I wouldn't be a potter if the luggage weighed a ton, would you? So students, first of all, porter. Porter means a person who carries luggage. Okay. So, for the last time, the poet, he wants to be a porter. I would like to be a porter and always on the run, calling out, stand aside and asking leave of none. Students, porters can be mainly seen at railway stations or at bus stops. Why? Because their main duty is to carry luggages from the passengers so that the passengers are not in a trouble to carry the heavy luggages. So, I would like to be a porter and always on the run, calling out, stand aside and asking leave of none. So you see, whenever a porter carries luggage of passengers and he is always in a hurry, it seems as if he is running, but actually he doesn't run. He walks so fast, it seems as if he is in a hurry and he is running, but actually it's not that. So whenever a porter moves or walks along his path, he keeps on calling out everyone to stand aside and give him some way to run. But he doesn't keep on asking him or her individually. He just keeps on shouting that give me some way, I'll have to pass, stand aside. He just keeps on saying in such a way, and when people see that a porter is coming very hurriedly, then people themselves move aside and gives some ways to him so that he may be able to go. Next, shoving trucks on people's toes and having splendid fun, slamming all the carriage doors and locking everyone. So, shoving means pushing roughly. And you know, what does he do? Shoving trucks on people's toes and having splendid fun. Shoving trucks. Trucks here doesn't mean the big trucks which we can see on the roads. trucks are here the small carriage which sometimes the porter carries while carrying the luggages. And when people they do not listen to the porter keeps on calling, na, stand aside, give me some way, I'll have to move, I'll have to run. Some people sometimes they don't even bother to listen. Then what happens? They get hurt from the porter. And the porter, while he carries the luggage and he keeps on moving, he is in a very funny mood. And what else does he do? Slamming all the carriage doors and locking everyone. Students, I think most of you all must have seen that while you get down from a train at a railway station, and when you keep on carry your luggages, and when you keep on going towards your destination, then the porters, what do? They close all the doors, and they keep on locking every doors, isn't it? So it is not only the duty of the porter to carry luggages of the passengers or of the people, but closing all the carriage doors is also one of the duties of the porters. And when they ask to be let in, I would say it can't be done, but I wouldn't be a porter if the luggage weighed a ton, would you? Okay. Here also the poet, he keeps a condition. Now what is his last condition? If he would like to be a porter, he would like to be a porter if the luggages which he would carry would be very light. But if the luggages which he would have to carry are very heavy and weighed too much, then he would not become a porter. So students, this poem I have already told you at the beginning is written by the poet C.J. Dennis. Okay. So, in the first paragraph, the poet, he wants to become a pieman. In the second paragraph, he wants to become a postman. And in the last paragraph, he wants to become a porter. Okay. But you see, he has kept some conditions for his jobs. He would not become a pieman if he is not very well. He would not become a postman if the walking hurt his feet. He would not become a porter if the luggage which he would have to carry weighed too much or weighed a ton, or if they are very heavy. So students, this poem represents the poet's dreams and imaginations of becoming pieman, porter, postman. Okay. Like you see, pieman, postman, porter, these are some wonderful professions which people undergo, isn't it? And while carrying forward these professions, those professionals, they never put forward any conditions. So, the most important thing which the poet, he wants to give us a message that here, though he has put some conditions of becoming pieman or postman or porter or whatever be it, but if you want to become something in future, then you should not keep any kind of conditions. Unconditionally, you should dream big, dream positive, and you should follow your dreams and imaginations unconditionally without keeping any prior conditions. Then only you would be able to be successful in future. Okay, students? So, I hope you all have understood this poem. Go through this poem nicely at your homes. Stay safe. And this much for today. Thank you.